Hi everyone, I wanted to talk about self-compassion in terms of one of the myths that people mistake it as being, and that is that it's a very selfish, self-centered practice. And when I think about self-compassion, I don't think of it as a selfish, self-centered practice. Yes, we are meeting our own pain in a certain way, and that might feel like that's the only thing we're focusing on. But part of self-compassion is also this feeling of shared humanity, meaning that all of us humans, feel different emotions. We have we have these obstacles that we share, that we go through in life, some difficulties that we go through. So the shared humanity is what grows the heart qualities of compassion. And so compassion out in the world is really limited sometimes when we don't have compassion for ourselves, because the heart qualities are there because you can be compassionate towards others, but when you exclude yourself from that equation, you are not actually giving compassion to all. You're limiting the amount of compassion that you give. So it's really important that you include yourself in this equation. I was also reading the other day something that really stood out to me. It said, when cruelty becomes normal, compassion looks radical. I would like to go a bit further and say there's a lot of cruelty in this world, and so why add yourself to that equation and be cruel to yourself? The more you are cruel to yourself, you're going to be cruel to others, because that is the energy that you are giving and turning inwards, which will also then permeate outwards. So you want to think about self-compassion as being not a selfish, narrow-minded practice, but a broad practice, something that helps us to plant the seed so that we can bring more compassion into the world, and plant that seed so that we can eradicate cruelty step by step. And internally, you need to notice when you are being cruel to yourself. Name calling, blaming yourself for things that aren't entirely your fault. Because when you do that and you change that, you're going to change that in the outside world. What we believe in therapy is we have a micro level and a macro level. Self-compassion is a micro level, and we're bringing this energy to the micro scale so we can bring it to the macro scale. So I really want you guys to think about this and to really see this practice as not just something you're doing for yourself.